Pac is back, ghost chomping at his feet. Pac's our hero, Pac just can't be beat, yeah!
Pac's a yellow, Pac is green, he's a chowing down machine. Yup, monster goons, and only one can stop him. Pac-Man rules!
The Pac is back, ghost chomping at his feet. Pac's our hero, and Pac just can't be beat. The Pac is back!
Carl and Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's They Made What into a TV series. We had to have a little break, time and life caught up with us, but we're back on Pac-Man and the Ghosty Adventures. It's episode 5, All You Can Eat. We've now reached individual episodes. 2 parts are kind of out of the way, and now it's just focusing on individual episodes for now. Written by Dennis Haley and Marcy Brown. We begin in the midst of a battle as Pac is chewing his way through ghosts, and Silly and Spiral are capturing ghosts with their guns, remarking on how hard he's been going recently. We see Pac eat a power berry and become metalized with a ghost magnet for a tongue. The ghosts are defeated, but it looks like Pac might have eaten a few too many ghosts as he has a reaction. But it's just indigestion, and he burps. A burp sorts him out, sending all the ghost eyes off to the underworld. And having made some room, Pac is now hungry again. So, you know, we continue this thing that Pac is always wanting to eat and always seemingly hungry. He might have worms or some sort of intestinal problem. But we're also quickly gathering here what I realized was like, there's never really going to be any stakes here, is there? I mean, they win these battles so easy. The ghosts never die. They just go off to be regenerated.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it running out of steam quite quickly, unless there's some clever ideas.
I think we kind of guessed that from like the first episode. Like, there's not really much they can really do with it, and unless we're surprisingly shocked, let it down much, but I doubt it.
I just hope there's some imaginative ideas around it, because right now it's like, okay, and immediately seeing this called All You Can Eat and all that, I was like, this isn't going to be that much of an interesting episode, and it's not, to be fair. Because in the underworld, Inky, Blinky, Pinky and Clyde want some food themselves, but are grossed out by the nasty options. Because it's like, I don't know, hell. Or like the underworld, it's like, oh, all the food's got maggots and worms and stuff like that, naturally. There's someone to see Brrraains, noting the armada of ghostly eyeballs returning, something that has infuriated Brrraains. He angrily declares that there is a spy amongst them, but ends up accusing Butler instead. With that out of the way, he now starts to watch Pac on a slug camera he has set up as we see him eating and eating and eating. He eats so much that he and his friends are suspended from the lunchroom, which bums Pac out. So we go back to that sort of selfish thing we acknowledged a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
He's just eating everyone's food, and it seems to be accepted that Pac deserves it. It's like, why? Seeing this, Brrraains realises that the Pac-Man's weakness is food. What? Now you've realised that? He comes up with the idea of Inky, Blinky, Pinky and Clyde to make Pac too full to eat ghosts. They are unconvinced that this is possible, realise they kind of have no choice but to try. So basically they're trying to play both sides there, so it looks like, well, we're going to have to pretend to at least try to do this to keep Brrraains convinced that we are actually on his side as well. Afterwards, to force them to discuss the conflict they have, but come up with a plan to play both sides. They can feed Pac, knowing that he won't really get full, and show Brrraains that they tried. The first thing they do is set up a picnic for Pac and Spiral in the park, and seeing this, Brrraains calls his minions and sets up an attack. With the food finished, Pac and Spiral lament the lack of food, so for some reason now, right, they've done this weird thing where they're like, okay, Spiral also is someone who really likes to eat.
Yeah.
When was this in the previous episodes?
It seems like they're now trying to add in more people. I mean, because obviously... Yeah, so obviously Pac was obviously like the main one now, so now they're obviously adding in more.
I just don't get why suddenly Spiral is like Pac and likes to eat constantly as well.
Well, I mean, the start of the episode when they're all running around shooting the ghosts is like Pac was like the main one.
Yeah.
Now suddenly they can kill the ghosts.
Yeah, they've got these guns.
Yeah, so.
The comedy of them having these guns and like all it is Pac really eating people and they're helping with their guns.
Yeah.
It's just to try and give them some sidekicks. But Silly starts to get suspicious, especially when she steps on pink slime. Later that night at their dorm, they are still hungry and are very pleased when the ghosts deliver a ton of pizzas. Pac and Spiral have a feast while Silly tries to make them see how odd this is, even pointing out some orange slime in a box, which Pac just thinks is a condiment. Brrraains is getting frustrated now, not quite capable of believing that Pac is getting full. However, there's a new issue for Pacopolis. A food shortage, as the ghosts have been basically stealing it all to make Pac full. Silly is really worried now and finds Pac and Spiral eating in the park, with the latter having finally hit his limit, but Pac is still going. So Spiral's got full, but Pac still isn't. Silly goes to see President Spiros, who is under pressure to deal with the impending food shortage. Pac, confronted by President Spiros, Silly and his men, is ordered to stop eating the food. Pac, unaware is stolen, is obviously sorry, but not happy to be limited to 3 meals a day. So it's like, oh my god, what message are you sending here? Like, he's found out that he's been eating stolen food. Starters, where did you think it was coming from? The magic food wasn't appearing from nowhere. You were still eating someone's food. You were still choosing to eat someone's food. But also being like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I've been eating people's food that was nicked. But also, oh my god, I'm angry that I'm only have to eat 3 meals a day.
He's the hero, so I suppose he thinks
he's above it all.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
It looks like Brrraains' plan has failed, and Inky, Blinky and Pinky and Clyde think they've won. But Brrraains demands they try to feed Pac some netherworld food instead. It's pretty disgusting, so they don't think it'll be possible to make him eat it naturally. However, chances are that he will, as in Pacopolis, he's apparently starving and getting frustrated. Poor Pac. Wandering through the maze, the ghosts arrive with a bowl of Fluffy's food and are able to convince Pac to eat it. He does so more out of politeness to his friends, but ends up enjoying it. The ghosts continue to provide him with netherworld meals until it's completely empty of food. So now netherworld is empty of food, but the impossible finally happens, and Pac actually gets full. Dun dun dun. Brrraains orders the attack, and Pac is unable to move because he's so full. They try to feed him a power berry, but it just comes right back out of his mouth. How can he save things? Clyde burps him, and Pac is now able to eat the ghosts. That's literally it, people. That's it. That's how this episode is resolved. Back in the netherworld, there's no more food, and Brrraains must now deal with an angry Fluffy who's mad that he has no food. And that's it. The first proper episode that's on its own, it's not a double, it is, I think, pretty poor.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why kids would like it. But
kids are going to laugh at the fact that Pac-Man's burping and gross. You know, there's a certain level of grossness to the sort of visual side of things. Almost like not quite this, but remember Ren and Stimpy from Cartoon Network, and how it had these kind of gross visuals. I think they're kind of going for a little bit of this with Pac-Man, where you've got these bits like where you've got this gross looking food and Pac eating and the burping and the farting and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just a so-so. There's nothing here. Nothing to get excited about at all. It's episode 5, All You Can Eat of Pac-Man and Ghostly Adventures. Yeah, we've got a long way to go, put it that way. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.